guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know this looks really weird when I'm talking, but we gonna continue with it. Yeah, I am really actually very proud of this makeup. Finally, I feel like I have done a good job of really making it look more 3D and realistic, as well as sticking to the character and trying my very best to make it look as the character does in the game. But if you'd like to see me do this makeup, then please keep watching and let's get started. So as usual, I'm going to start things off by chugging a giant mug of coffee and looking at my reference photo. Surprise, surprise, I'm going with the Mortal Kombat X version of Sub-Zero, and I really liked this specific outfit that Sub-Zero had, so I decided to recreate it, and I'm just using a black eyeliner to etch everything out first. And if you make any mistakes, again, it's totally cool because this is sort of like a rough draft, and I did add some line throughout the vest just so I could kind of see where I wanted to lay everything down. The paint's going to cover most of it. And for the face, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing, just etching everything out. Because I wanted to make this section a little bit more three-dimensional, I decided to erase 4 little lines going along the top of my head, and I will be running that just towards my hairline and making sure that I bring the very bottom portion, so closest to my eyebrows, making that defined and kind of bringing it below the mask, if that makes any sense. You can kind of see what I did there. And I will be going on with finishing the rest of the face mask. Now that you've got everything laid down, we're going to add some body paint. I'm using the Mayor on Paradise paint palette. This one's actually the basic palette, and using the blue from that, applying probably about, I think I did 3 or 4 layers of this blue. And you just want to make sure that it's super opaque. If it's not like totally opaque in the center, it's actually better because it gives it more of like a highlight, if you know what I mean. To fill in the neck piece, I watered down a black body paint and made it sort of more gray tone. I do actually go back over this later on and add a bit more black, more pigmentation, but for now I just wanted to have sort of like a rough draft so that I could draw stuff on top of this. Make sure you also outline the sleeves of your vest. And Sub-Zero also has this little connector piece that goes down the center of his chest. Trying my best to recreate it. I will be outlining the entire vest so it looks more three-dimensional and looks like it's sitting open. And then I'll be adding some shading and highlighting a little bit later. Using the silver from the Makeup Forever Flash palette, I will be adding the little clips or buttons or whatever the heck these are called. I don't actually know. But I will be applying that to the front portion of the vest and bringing it back up towards the neck. When you're applying this, you want to give it a slight curve so it goes with the flow of your body and it looks a little bit more realistic. And he's got a bit of like a mesh crisscross thing going on down the center of this area, so I did my best to do that, and I added a little bit of highlighting and then realized that I was doing that a bit too early. So I'm just using a black body paint to create the stitches, and then I'll be going back over that with a light blue body paint to add more of a highlight, and I'll be running streaks of that light blue body paint down the front portion of the vest. Make sure that it's going down vertically because that looks like how it does in the video game. Sorry guys, I'm really not the best at explaining things, so brain farts. But anyways, I'm adding now some shading to the stitching as well as the buttons or whatever the clasp things are called. I'll be adding some shading, gives it a little bit more dimension, and then again I'll be going back over that with the light blue body paint to add highlights. Moving on to the face, I am applying some of that black body paint down the outer portions of the mask first, so I want to do like the dark colors first, and this is where I decided to bring it down to my neck, and then filling the top portion, so along the forehead / temple area. Next, I'm going to fill in these areas using a brown body paint. I'll be applying a little bit of like a black eyeshadow for shading and then a white body paint for highlighting. You can add a bit of that white body paint to the black portion as well, so it gives it a bit more dimension, makes it look like it's more wrinkled, or at least that was my attempt. And now moving on to the rest of the mask, I'm going to use that same silver from the Makeup Forever Flash palette and apply that to the face, and then I'll be going over that with a black body paint just to make it a little bit more of a dark gray. So because I had initially painted over all of this with that silver, I'm just redefining everything with the black body paint. Well, it's actually a little bit of a mix of the silver and the black, and then to give it more definition, I'll be going over it with just black body paint and making sure that everything is well defined. And I do add a bit of like a white body paint later on off camera because I could not figure out for the life of me how to make this look more dimensional. Anyways, moving on to the rest of the mask, I'm taking that same light blue body paint that we had used earlier on the chest piece, and I'm filling in the center portion of the mask and going back over all the outside portions of it using black body paint. And this will give you a little bit more control with making sure that it's straight and crisp and clean, you know what I mean? For the eyes, Scorpion does have a furrowed brow, so I'm going to redefine the furrowed brow as well as fill in my eyebrows, make them look super bushy and as manly as I possibly can. And for the eyes, I'm just taking a black kohl pencil, running that along the top and bottom lash, and then just blending it out with a mix of like my finger and a brush. I want it to look super dirty and grungy because that's how it looks like in the reference photo. And I know dudes don't really wear makeup in Mortal Kombat, but you know, it gives it that grungy effect. So I went ahead and applied some contacts as well as covered my hair, and this completes the look. So that was my video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed and it was helpful and useful to you in some sort of way. And let me know what you thought of this makeup in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow with my last video. Kiss. See you guys tomorrow with another video.